My name is Beata Cucik and I work for First for Support. In this video we're going to talk about the process of selection of our candidates. So we follow a very stringent process because obviously you work in care and you work with vulnerable people. So the first step would be to have a face-to-face interview with us. It could be in our office, it could be somewhere local to you in a cafe, but we could also offer video interviews. Then we would ask you to prepare documentation for us. So this includes copies of your eligibility to work in the UK, your qualifications, your training, proof of address, DBS most likely if it's on the update service, but if not, we'll request one for you. And then once we've met you, once we've discussed the roles that we've got available for you, we're going to start the compliance process. It is very likely. We cover about 1,000 hours a week between Hampshire and Dorset, so we're always on the lookout for candidates to cover shifts at short notice, but also long term. So if you've been selected for the interview, it is very likely that you will finish the compliance process and we're going to be able to offer you a job. We predominantly work in a temporary shift market. So what that means is you wouldn't necessarily go for an interview with a client to cover a shift. If you are going for a long-term assignment or a permanent job, then obviously the interview would happen with the client following an interview with us. But we will obviously tell you if this is the case. Before an interview with a client, we'll give you as much information about the client itself as possible, and obviously some tips and hints about how to perform well in an interview. So we'll support you throughout the process from day one until you get a job. The compliance process varies for various candidates. Usually the hold-up is with DBSs. They can take from 24 hours up to 6 weeks for some people. So it's difficult to say, to give you a date when you're going to be able to start, because there's other things involved in the recruitment process. It's not just a DBS, but also references that can cause hold-ups. But we'll make it as quick and efficient as possible for you. Not really. I mean, we will discuss each step at the interview of, what's going to happen for you and how long it's likely to take. Obviously, if we are coming up to a stumbling block, we might need your help getting hold of referees, for example, then we will speak to you directly. But following the interview, I think you just need to hold tight and wait for us to give you an update. You can easily give us a call. So once we've interviewed you, you're going to have our direct phone numbers and email addresses. But as a general rule, you could email me directly, and my email is b@firstforsupport.co.uk.